you're feeling that you're running yourself ragged, sometimes taking care of yourself would allow you then to take care of other people. The concept with the saw is, if you are tasked with cutting wood, right, a ton of wood, you can't cut with a dull blade. And sometimes you don't want to stop. Like, no, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going, right? But sometimes if you just stop and take the 10 minutes or so to sharpen your blade, you're actually gonna have an easier time cutting that wood. And you're gonna cut even more wood because you're more effective. So that's the concept behind sharpen your saw. So I've always tried to think of ways to like sharpen my saw, right? It'll make me more effective later. I really, one of my pet peeves is just like wasted time or inefficiencies. So I'm constantly trying to figure out how can I streamline this, make it easier. So, and for those of you who are busy and have a ton on your plate, find ways to sharpen your saw. I think it's one of the good habits here. And then as far as grounding, ourselves, right, and living the life that, we're hoping to want to live. This is another book that was very impactful for me, Strengths Finder 2.0. So this is by Tom Rath. And again, you can find it on Amazon or Audible or anywhere. So what I liked about this book is that the concept is everyone is born with just innate strengths, right? And everyone's different. You may not have, the same strengths as someone else, and that's okay because that kind of is something that we're just born with. So there's actually a quiz that you can take to identify what are your top strengths, right? And then you can see your bottom strengths as well. So your top 5, the notion here is that if you were to really make a career, for example, using your 5 strengths, or at least the majority of them, it may feel easy to you and you'll naturally succeed because it naturally comes to you, and you may not even know you're doing it. You may not even know that you're employing your skills, but that it would make it so that it's easy for you, and it just, again, the success will come much easier. And maybe it's that, like that saying goes, right? Like, you'll never work a day in your life if you do something that you enjoy and, comes naturally to you. So I think that that's very powerful, because like I know for myself, one of my strengths is like negotiation or selling, right? So if I was a used car salesman, I would not